Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tech Motoring. On today's episode, we're going to be going over my 5th month with solar and how ways you can save by changing your thermostat out with a smart thermostat. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, we're going to be right back. Alright everybody, welcome back. So like I was saying, we're going to be going over my 5th month with solar. Now that we're starting to roll into the shorter days, colder days, we're going to start seeing an increase in our electricity bill again. So we're going to go over how that looks and how much solar is actually saving me. Or is it actually saving me anything at this point? So we'll go over those numbers shortly. In the meantime, let's go over and take a look at how smart thermostats can help you save some money. Here we have a Nest thermostat. This is a smart thermostat, just like a lot of other companies out there are making smart thermostats for your home. This is probably one of the most popular brands out there. It is now owned by Google. And Nest thermostats are widely known for their not only ease of use, but also their very good functionality. They have a lot of abilities to customize options, and the way that you can set up your thermostat can be very useful. You can very easily control your thermostat right by using your phone, adjusting the temperatures up and down, or any other settings on the thermostat you want right from the ease of your phone. Now, not only do Nest thermostats give you the ability to create a schedule just like you would with a lot of thermostats, but Nest actually has the ability to create a schedule for you based on your activity, which means it knows when you come home, it knows when you are away, and it can base a schedule off of that typical routine that you may have. In the summertime, it will keep the temperature a little higher while you're away, and then automatically schedule the air conditioning to turn on or the heat to turn on before you come home at your typical time. You can also set up your phone to work for geofencing, basically meaning that it will use your phone to know when you are away from the house or when you are at your house. And of course, you could set this up on all the family members' phones in your home. Now, depending on the type of heat that you have in your home, whether it be gas, oil, or in my case, we use a heat pump here in the South, the Nest thermostat has built-in functionality specifically for those heating types. And in a situation like mine, where I have a heat pump, I can actually have the thermostat set to use the heat pump more often versus trying to use the electric heating strips in the house. Heat pumps are 2 to 3 times more efficient than electric heat. Resistive heat is what they call that. And resistive heat is what you get in a typical heater that you buy from a store that you can turn on, and it uses electrical current to create heat and then blows that heat out. Now, most heat pump systems at home have heating strips, which are resistive heat, and those can cost you a lot more money if you use that. Now, a lot of the old thermostats don't care if it uses the heating strips or the heat pump. It just tries to get the heat to the temperature that you set. So if you try to set it to 70 degrees and you're currently at 64, it will kick on those heating strips using a lot of energy, and therefore causing your electricity bills to go higher because you're using that resistive heat technology versus the heat pump. With the Nest thermostat, you can actually set it up to only use the heat pump unless it absolutely cannot keep up with the heat in the house. Then it will kick on those resistive heating strips, thus saving you a lot of money on your electricity bills. Now, if you are a customer of solar and you have a Nest thermostat, keep in mind you could take advantage of your solar during the day to try to produce as much heat in your house, and then before the sun goes down, your house will already be at a temperature set that you're comfortable with. Keep in mind you can customize your schedules for your thermostat based on your house and your solar needs. So for me, I like to keep my temperature set during the day, so this way my house stays nice and warm when I get home. And this way, my heat doesn't have to run once the sun is down after I get home from work. Anyway, let's get back to the table. Let's go over my last month solar bill. Alright, so there you go. As you can see, if you set your thermostats properly with a smart thermostat, you can actually save quite a bit of money on your heating and air conditioning throughout the year. The cool thing about smart thermostats is you can control them when you're not even home. So even if you have to change your schedule a little bit or your routine, you can go ahead and just whip out your phone, take a look at it, change the schedule, turn off your heat, turn on your heat, whatever you need to do, just by using your phone. You don't even have to be home to change your thermostat anymore. Now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and take a look how my 5th month with solar has gone. Did we save any money, or did we not really save anything this month? So we're going to take a look at that right now. Alright, so for the dates of 11/5 to 12/2, it's about 30 days there. The amount of energy we produced with our solar panels was only 400 kilowatt hours. We actually had some pretty terrible weather in November, a lot of clouds, a little bit of rain. And obviously with the angle of the sun now, we are not getting as much solar on our panels as we did in the previous months. The days are getting a lot shorter, so we're not seeing the same production as we were in the previous months. And this is only going to get a little bit more worse for December and January, and even February is not even going to be that good. But these are all things that you have to deal with being a solar customer. So let's break this down. 400 kilowatt hours for the month of November. 271 of those kilowatt hours got sent back to the electrical company. That's more than half got actually sent back. And the reason for that is we're not home that much during the day when the sun is out. So therefore, a lot of the excess energy we create just ends up going back to the electricity company. The only time we ever use that energy during the day is on the weekends when we're home trying to do the laundry and so on and so forth. So that means that the amount of energy we used immediately upon the production of it was about 129 kilowatt hours, which was about a savings of about $12.86 for the month. So obviously, as you could see, the numbers are going down quite significantly during this time of the year. As you saw back in the summertime, we had a lot more energy. We were producing more than double that in energy, and we were able to utilize more of it throughout the day due to the fact that the days were actually longer. So now let's go over those extra fees. So like I was saying, we send back 271 kilowatt hours of energy for the month of November, which gave us a credit of $10.41. But of course, those wonderful metering charges that we get of $2 a month, the standby charge of $25.26, which means that we ended up having to put out $16.85 just in extra fees, because that's the way the electricity company is. So if you break down the bill as such, you'll see that the amount of electricity we used was $32.50 worth. Then there's that monthly customer charge you can't do anything about of $19.50. Those small credits they always give you every month, $3.98 fuel adjustment, 70 cents for the demand sales adjustment, 7 cents for that one, and then $16.85 was the remainder fee for the metering charge and the standby fee that we went over on that last slide there. So all in all, our bill was $64.10, which is not an expensive bill at all. However, once again, because of those standby fees and the metering charge, we are actually not really making anything extra this month using solar. So it really comes down to finding better ways of using the solar as we are producing it to try to get the best bang for our buck with it, because obviously sending it back is not giving us very much at all. So there you go, everybody. As you can see, that was our 5th month with solar. So as you could clearly tell, being a solar customer is not always super beneficial all year round. You do have these months in the fall and winter time that the sun is not producing as much, and therefore you are not gaining as much benefit from it as you would hope. So keep that in mind if you're looking into doing solar. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, go ahead and hit that link up there. That'll bring you to our solar playlist. You can watch from the very beginning when I started, when we installed our solar panels, all the way up to now. Like I said, today is month number 5 as far as our billing has gone. And I hope I helped you out with saving money with a smart thermostat. With the holidays coming up, this is a good time of the year to look for some sales on those thermostats, as they typically do go on sale around the holiday. So if you are interested, now is probably a good time to buy it. Take a look. There's a lot of different brands out there. They all work very well. So take a look for yourself, see which one you like, and do your research and make sure you get one that works with your system at home. I'd like to thank you very much for watching this episode today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're into solar. We just recently bought an EV, so we have our first electric vehicle in the family now, and this is another reason why our solar is going to become such a great thing, is for us to be able to charge our car while its sun is out, better utilizing our solar production. If you're into EVs, take a look at our channel as well, as we are starting to build up those videos. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at TechMotoring. We have our Facebook, facebook.com/TechMotoring, and of course our website, techmotoring.com. We're going to be expanding that website into next year, so keep an eye out on that. Once again, I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and don't forget, welcome to the future, and welcome to Tech Motoring. We will see you on the next episode.